Hi. How are you? I'm Peter, and I'm back. And I'm YouTube famous now. Oh my god, you guys. I have worked all day in my office, and it is late. Late. It's like 8:45. I'm so tired. I've worked in my office today since noon. And Alex is on his way to Chicago. When I was growing up as a kid, I could never remember how to spell Chicago, so I would always spell it chic-ago. Like, she's so chic ago. Did you guys ever do that with like ways to remember how to spell things? So since you know that Alex is out of town, you know what it is. It's Pippi and Peter's special weekend. It's Pippi and Peter's special weekend. Don't worry about us, cause we will have lots of fun at Pippi and Peter's special weekend. So many people said finish the song, so we know how the song goes. I don't know how the song goes. I'm still writing me a real good song, Loretta Lynn. I love Loretta Lynn so much. Do you guys love Loretta Lynn? And I love Emmylou Harris. I'm like an Emmylou Harris Uber fan. So anyway, I actually got up today, did my hair, took a shower, and everything. You guys missed that part of the vlog because I didn't vlog that part of the vlog. So that's why you missed it. And I came in here and I saw my clients and I talked to Charles Gross and I went to the bank and I went and got coffee and I've done so many things today. Look, I always buy a venti and then I never finish it. Ugh. It gets kind of bad throughout the day. In fact, recently I was thinking, I don't even know that I really like coffee. And then like I go a day or two without drinking coffee, and then I'm like, oh, I miss coffee. I miss it. Do you guys feel like you're under the sea with me? So anyway, I'm getting ready to leave. And my friend was having a birthday party tonight, but like they're halfway through it now, and I don't really want to go when everybody's like halfway through. I know she would really like for me to come, but I always feel so awkward like showing up places super late. Like I either want to get there like right when it starts, so I don't feel like I have to walk into something, or just not go at all because I'm like so like socially awkward and embarrassed of things like that. So I know her feelings will be hurt, but I'm not gonna go because she'll understand. Anyway, are you guys like that? Like if you like go to, it's like about to thunderstorm here, and I have my windows in my office open because it's so nice. It's like 70 degrees in Indianapolis. Hello, we're like a week away from Christmas. I mean, well, realistically, the day after Thanksgiving is Christmas, right? So anyway, but we're like a week away from Christmas. All these people Snapchatted me pictures of where it's snowing. Like they're in Colorado and places like that. This guy Dustin keeps on sending me all these pictures on Snapchat. So hey Dustin, like it looked like they had like a foot of snow in like upstate Colorado. I was like, oh my god, I would love that so much. I love snow so much. Did you guys ever see the video of Russ and his boyfriend Chris, where they make snow angels and they have to see, they do a bet to see who like makes the better snow angels? Oh my god, it's like the cutest video in the entire world. I love those guys. So hey Russ, hey Chris. Yeah, anyway, I would love to make a video with them sometime. Alex and I should fly. Alex would hate, I mean, Alex hates anything like in the country or out in the middle of nowhere or whatever. He does not like it. He doesn't think it's romantic. He doesn't, he loves penthouse hotel suites in Miami and New York City. That's what he likes. He does not like getting a cabin in the country, but I do love that. Now, I'm not into camping. I'm not into glamping. I'm not into any of that kind of stuff. I just don't enjoy it. I don't at all. So I don't do it. But anyway, yeah. That's about it. Ooh, it smells so good, just like a flower. Anyway, okay, well, I will catch up with you guys in just a little while. Hi. Well, I'm home. It's pouring down rain outside. And I am editing my video, which I'm rather nervous to post. So, I did my little thing about Earl, and I'm trying all different kinds of things out on my channel. So I thought, well, a lot of people like Earl. I mean, he's a real nice guy, you know Earl? I know Earl, he's a real nice guy. He likes the moon pies. He likes the boys, they're real pretty. He won't admit to it yet, but he does. And, yeah, what else? He used to work up there at the Family Time movie, but now people don't like them Family Time movies anymore. So, yeah, he's looking for he's between jobs. He's between jobs. Which when people say they're between jobs, it basically means they are unemployed. And his mama, she ain't very happy about that. She wants him out of the basement. So anyway, I was like, well, I think I'm gonna do an Earl video just for Earl. So if you guys liked my Earl videos, please leave it in the comment section below. And I'll do more of those. It was so funny. I like tweeted out that I wanted to do a video where I'm like imitating people. And like imitating like YouTubers. Like, you know how I do like with, you know who, like, in my opinion. But anyway, and so it was so funny. The people that were asked for. So like I went in, and it's so interesting, like on the Twitter, people want to see Jenna Marbles, Phil DeFranco, Gigi Gorgeous. Let's see who else. Miranda Sings and Sawyer Hartman. Let's see who else. John Cookian, Charles Gross, Joey Graceffa, Shane, they said. Jeffree Star, Simply Nailogical, who I don't know who that is, and My Life as Eva, I don't know who that is, so I'll have to check her out. And then Shane, iDubbbz, Charles Gross, Trisha Paytas, Miranda Sings. I wish you guys, I was going to do this video about Tana Mojo. Girl, she should have just changed her damn name to Judy Smith. I swear. Anyway, I love her videos, but Tana Mojo. Tana Mojo, I was going to do a video about her, but I'm bored of it, so I'm not doing that anymore. I get real bored, you guys. My ADD is like da-da-da-da-da, combined with my ADHD, which is like So anyway, yeah. Somebody tweeted me, hey, you got, this is Emily Kate B17M. Her face is like this. She tweeted me, hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm YouTube famous now. And then she put a little heart emoji. I like her name. It's got an anchor on it. I like anchors. If I was going to get tattoos, I would have like a whole sleeve of all nautical stuff. But that's like so Tumblr-ish. It was like so funny because when I said something about retumbling, I know it's called reblogging, but listen, I'm not 14, so. And is anybody on Tumblr, like, it's so funny to me when like the vegan Cheeto was talking about Freely, the banana chip girl, and her ex-boyfriend, the raisin, because he's so tan, the Duran or whatever his name is. I can't stand either one of them. They're just foolish. But, I mean, they are foolish. I don't care. Come for me freely. Call me a fatty. I don't know. Come with me with your vegan BS, but it is what it is. I was a vegetarian for a long time. I'm not, obviously. But, I mean, there's fat vegans, too, so. But I was a vegetarian for a long time, so I support vegans. I support vegetarians. I support lions and tigers and bears, oh my. But anyway, I don't really care for Freely the banana girl. She's a pretty angry woman. I can't imagine dating her. I'm sure she's just angry all the time. But when they broke up, they took to Tumblr to have their fights and their arguments. And I'm like, seriously? Like, who at your age takes to Tumblr? And she's like almost 40 and he is, I think, already. They're like 39 and 36, or I don't know. But anyway, strangest people in the whole world. Can't you even imagine? What did you do today? Well, I was going to go into the city, but I thought the drive's off too long and I don't know that I want to. When you're an only child and when you're bored all the time and your husband works 90 hours a week, you literally just come up with voices in your head and it's like Grey Gardens. I mean, seriously, all day long. Did you guys ever see that movie Grey Gardens? I mean, just after a while, you imagine that your dogs have voices and personalities and that you're just... This is it. They all have names. All the paintings have names. I'm like, how are you doing today? Well... That's how like Pee-Pee got his whole name, like about the, okay, so I used to do this story with Pee-Pee where he was like this aging child star. He was like in his 70s, okay? And he would wear like turbans and pearl necklaces and he would just lay in bed all day long and drink gin and tonics. And he had this assistant that he ran around everywhere. Her name was Deborah, not Deborah, Deborah, right? He'd be like, Deborah, 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 please, please, Deborah. Then she would run up into the room and she'd be like real nervous. She'd be like, yes, Miss Peepee, yes, Miss Peepee. And you'd be like, Deborah, please. A gin and tonic. I mean, is it too much to ask, Deborah, please? And a pad and a pen. I need to start writing my memoirs. Alex would just lay in bed and laugh his ass off. Anyway. Trisha Paytas tweeted a quote of mine. She said, or as Peter Monn would say, acknowledging something that isn't true is just giving validation to those rumors. Amen. So anyway. How are you? It's Pee and Peter's Bachelor Weekend. I could just sit here and wait for the rest of the 6 minutes to upload this video until I talk to you guys. But you'd probably get rather bored of that, wouldn't you? What if I just shook this? Do you guys feel like you're... Do you feel like you're on a roller coaster? Sometimes I think I look like a mouse. I never thought about that before until I got fat. And my teeth is like, we need some cheese. I like cheese. Please? Bye. Hey, you guys. Oh my God, I'm back. Steve Jobs. I always think I look like Steve Jobs in this thing when I wear my black sweatshirt or a black turtleneck or a black t-shirt. Anyway, it is late. It is so late. And I am going to pick up my friend Melissa, who's already made an appearance in the vlog. I should let her drive since she has a laid, gorgeous, brand new Mercedes G-Wagon, but it's pouring down rain. So anyway, it was my friend's birthday, and I did not get out of work until like 8:45, 9 o'clock. The thing started at 7. It's now like 10:15, so I'm just like, screw it. I can't make the dinner. I'm sure she's upset with me, but it is what it is. She loves me, so she'll get over it. I'll take her out to do something. Maybe take her to lunch next week. So I'm picking up Melissa, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna eat Mexican because, oh my God, because we love Mexican. Do you love Mexican? Hola. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're doing. And then I don't know what I'm doing. And her husband is in a band part-time. He used to be in a really famous band in Indianapolis. And so, Melissa, I can't get in your driveway because your husband's car is parked at the very end. Oh, here she comes. So I will turn it like this so that you guys can see Melissa too. Should I turn both lights on? Oh my God, should I do the spotlight? Spotlight, that's too bright. We'll see how dark she is in here. Oh, she always says she doesn't look cute. She looks so cute. So anyway, hey!
Hi!
It's Fridays with Melissa.
Oh my God, hi!
You're on camera.
Hi. Okay, my clothes.
What does your shirt say?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing this.
Chris and Kim,
No,
Chloe and Courtney and Kendall, Kylie, and it should say Kanye. Oh, it does say Kanye on there. How cute is that?
Oh my God!
Look
no.
at, show it in the camera a little bit.
Okay. Can you see it? I got it at Kidson. I love that.
Oh my God, I
place.
love that Kidson store.
Do you
But
see
they don't
my
have...
Christmas decorations?
Hold on,
Don't
I
judge.
don't even see your address. You have your Christmas decorations out already?
Okay, but listen. What was I gonna say? Oh, well, it's because it was warm. Like, they're not turned on or anything, but I thought today's the day I'm gonna hang them up, and then I'll turn them on after, you know, Thanksgiving. But
we can't do it till after Thanksgiving.
no, I mean, there's rules about that shit. You can like pull it out, but you can't like turn it on.
Okay, so I have a question
You know what
for
I'm
you. So
saying?
I was looking through pictures the other day
Yeah.
of Lifetime movies. I don't like how this camera is like this. Do you see it's
Wait,
like
Death
angled?
of a Cheerleader?
Oh my God, it's her favorite, Death of
Oh
a
my
Cheerleader.
God. Tori, I love you.
She met Tori
I did.
Spelling.
I did.
And you had your copy of Death of a Cheerleader.
I did. I was actually at her house for a business meeting, and I pulled it out. I was like, oh my God, I know I'm here for a business meeting, but I totally love you. I loved you, Death of a Cheerleader. And I wanted her to
What's the line in the Death of the Cheerleader that we always imitate?
Well, I wanted her to reenact
She's
the
like, "You're
scene
so
with me,
weird."
like a small but significant scene, but my husband said that's like not appropriate. And I got the hand slap, the kick under the table.
What's the part
like,
where she goes, "You're so weird"? What does Kelly Martin say first?
Doesn't she say, "You're so pretty and popular"?
You're so pretty. I just want to be your best friend.
Stop being so weird.
Stop being so weird. So anyway, but I was looking on there. Melissa knows all the shit about all the Lifetime movies. Okay, so I was looking on there, and I was looking for like the poster for it because I was going to send you something funny.
Yeah, I mean,
And then,
yeah.
and then, and you had your copy of Death of a Cheerleader that we always imitate. What's the line in the Death of the Cheerleader that we always imitate?
Yeah, I mean,
Not a meme, but maybe.
I gotta fix my
a mean meme. But anyway, so instead, we're gonna go the long way. But instead,
do you know where we're going? It's not on this side.
No, I understand.
Okay.
So anyway,
there used to be one on this side.
Red habanera.
There used to be one on this side, not 96th Street, but it's not.
So anyway.
Look, wait, I'm putting my hair up. Do I have a shark fin? Do you know what a shark fin is? Like when you put your hair in a ponytail and you have a shark fin?
I know what this fin is.
But wait, do I have one? I know you're dry.
I don't know what a shark fin is.
No, it's
when
like,
you have like one sticking out.
No, like when you put your ponytail up and then, okay, can you see my weave? No, but when you have like a little, when you have like a little piece sticking, it looks like you have a shark fin. Is it okay?
It looks fine. Girl, I can't see because you've got your hair all up. Your hands all up in your hair. Just fine.
The weave is out of control.
It's pouring down rain.
My clothes don't match. My weave's out of control. It's okay.
My weave's out of control.
Okay, let's talk about.
Okay, so anyway, so I was looking up this meme.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't a meme. I was just looking up a movie poster. I was going to send it to you. But it was about the. Okay, it was the other movie that you like with Tori Spelling, but it was the remake.
Mother May I Sleep with Danger?
Mother May I Sleep with Danger. But
no.
Did we watch that? It was real weird.
It was terrible, and it was two chicks, which was kind of.
Yes, but Tori Spelling's in it because they showed her.
She was the mom.
That's right.
She was the mom of the daughter, and the daughter's instead of it being a psycho boyfriend, it was a psycho girlfriend, which is like, I mean, kind of PC these days. I'm kind of liking it. It's pretty hot.
But do you remember how weird it was?
No,
it was
but they were vampires.
They were vampires, so it really had nothing to do with Mother May I Walk with Danger. Mother,
no.
May I Walk with Danger?
No.
Mother?
No, it had nothing to do with that. But there was some like.
Melissa was out with me the night that I had the glitter beard.
That was amazing. Can we talk about that?
What were you, Cleopatra?
Did I tell you about my costume crisis?
No, you were supposed to be like Wonder Woman.
Okay, I was supposed to be Wonder Woman. Do you know the difference between control top pantyhose and tights?
Do I want
This makes all the difference in the world.
Okay.
So I get dressed, okay, and I had done some. Oh, I was in Fort Wayne the weekend I came back from Fort Wayne that day, and this is 9:30, okay, and I could barely pull myself together. I get dressed, and I didn't have time to get tights or anything. So I buy pantyhose. I'm like, oh, that'll work, what? So I pull up the pantyhose and like, do you know, like, okay, so control.
They bunched.
Well, no, they didn't bunch, but they had these like built-in like panty.
Like camel toe?
No. Listen.
I hate camel toe.
I mean, my clothes don't match, but that's getting a little crazy. They don't match right now.
Camel toe is the worst.
That is the
I hate
worst.
when I get camel
agree.
toe.
Let's talk about Chloe, but it's okay. She's famous.
She does always have camel toe. What is that about with Chloe?
I don't know. Somebody needs to tell her. But listen, no, it had like, tights only have a band at the top of your waist, and then they have like the underwear part.
I know, yeah.
Pantyhose had the full like.
I grew up with them, you know,
okay,
hanging over the shower.
3/4 leg pantyhose. So my Wonder Woman was cut like a bathing suit. So I put on the pantyhose.
Is it the one you've worn before?
No, you've never seen it. I've tried. This is my second year trying to pull this off.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I'm not meant to be Wonder Woman. So you could see like the full panty, the control top underneath my costume, like because it was like basically a bathing suit. So I was like, well, fuck, that's not gonna work. So at like 10 o'clock, I go to Target, and I'm like opening boxes of pantyhose. Like I've got to find something that doesn't have like the control top. So I find a pair, and I was like, okay, this is good, right? I get home, I put them on. I'm like, okay, like Jason's dressed as Thor, like he's ready to go. So they didn't have the big pantyhose part, but they had the teeny tiny part, and you could still see it underneath my costume. I'm like, motherfucker. So I ended up pulling out the Cleopatra costume that I wore to Disney World. And so then Jason's still dressed as Thor, and I was like,
they go to Disney World every October for Halloween.
We do, every year. We're like religious about it.
I told you, she's cool as hell.
Oh my god, thanks.
Okay.
Wait, let me finish my Thor. So Jason's dressed as Thor, and I'm dressed as Cleopatra, and clearly everyone knows the rules, that the girl picks the costume and the guy just accompanies. And so I'm looking at Jason, I'm like, what the fuck are you dressed as Thor as? Like, no, like go put on your pharaoh costume. And at this point, I'm like full on meltdown. Like
I can't remember what he was a pharaoh.
I was gonna come as Cleopatra and he was gonna be Thor, and I was like, get the fucking matching costume.
Listen, Alex won't do the twin deal. He will not.
I know.
One year, did we know you this year that we were? I don't think we did when we were matching lumberjacks. Oh, so cute. We wore cut-off jean shorts. They were like, this is when I was thin and in shape.
Well, wait, I have a picture of you real sexy with like a green shirt when you gave me those glasses. Do you remember?
No, that was when I was a child molester and Tawny was a Girl Scout. That was a cute costume.
That was a really cute.
You guys, that was a cute costume. Yeah. But anyway, and I'm not. Listen, I don't think child molestation is funny. So don't come for me in the comment section. I mean, listen, okay. Like, I don't think that's what I was supposed to be, but that's kind of ended up what
that's how it ended up. Like
I was old man.
It kind of became a costume on its own.
Yeah, I kind of just come up with costumes on the fly. So anyway, unlike you girls who go and buy every costume at
Next year, if I have
Lover's
like
Lane the day after Halloween.
No, I have a collection.
She has a collection of sexy costumes.
I do. I have like a full rack in my...
Dirty girl.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh my God, is that Speedway now? I don't remember that.
They redid the whole thing. That's really nice inside. I was in there the other night, talked about it on my vlog. They have hot dogs and everything, Melissa.
Stop it, on the roller?
Oh my God.
Do they really?
They do. Okay, so let me tell you how I met Melissa. So Melissa and I have a common friend whose husband owns a bar downtown, okay?
Oh, yes.
So we were in, was this at Tiki's or was this
No,
Sub-Zero?
this was at, oh God, no. That was at that.
Oh no, we were at that horrible art show for Cupcake. This girl that we call Cupcake. I wonder what ever happened to her. But anyway, we were at this horrible art show. Is that where we first met? We were sitting in some VIP section. I did not know Melissa. We're sitting there. Melissa and I, she doesn't really drink when she goes out, hardly ever.
No, I did drink enough in college for all.
She's not an alcoholic in recovery like I am, but she doesn't drink. So she's not drinking, I'm not drinking, and Alex is just kind of sitting there, and we're all like just kind of bored.
We're like,
so I didn't know Melissa. So Alex and Melissa and I start talking.
Look, I got nailed.
Oh my God, we had our couture pops that night, didn't we?
No, I didn't have one yet.
We had we were getting ready literally to go to Vegas to get married. Yeah. And it was like because this was like a Saturday.
Yeah.
And we started talking, and she's like, "Where are you guys getting married?" And I said, "The Cosmopolitan." And she said she got married at the Bellagio. And she was like, "Oh my God, that's right." And she was like, "We love Vegas so much." We're like, "Oh my God, we love Vegas so much." Anyway, I mean, we were literally like kindred spirits.
We're like the same person.
The following weekend, we had our bachelor party. We had a joint bachelor party. It was really nice, actually.
It was nice.
And Melissa and her husband came, and they brought us a gift. We hadn't even known like 4 days or something like that, 5 days. And we have been the best Judies ever since.
I mean, and that night, the next morning after we met, do you remember texting me about this? We were texting about Scary Walmart. And how
yes, because we live right by this Walmart that we call Scary Walmart because it's scary.
Listen, Linda.
Listen,
It's scary.
Who's
like
Linda?
People, I don't know. I just hear it and I think it sounds fun.
Listen,
people get their shit stolen out of their car in the middle of the day.
It's a true story.
Jason has banned me from going there like past.
Well, and now everybody asks me, "Have you been to the new Meijer?" I'm like, the new Meijer is further down than the Scary Walmart.
I went there to buy the Nintendo.
Was it nice?
I went there.
Did you get the new Nintendo?
Yes, I did. I sat outside for 2 hours. 2 motherfucking hours. And
Have you played it?
Yes.
Once.
Twice. Punch out.
Did you get Mario Brothers?
I did. It comes with it in Pac-Man. But you know my backup plan.
Melissa was Miss Allen County in Fort Wayne. True story. Hashtag
like
true story.
Legit. Hashtag 200,000 people. It's like the second biggest city in Indiana. Okay,
Were
what
you
I was
a Dairy
gonna say.
Queen?
What?
Were you a Dairy Queen? Like a farm queen, a Dairy Queen?
No, I was never involved in 4-H because
it's so funny because half these people will be like, "What is 4-H?" 4-H is like for farmers'
hand,
kids.
hearts, health, and happiness.
I don't know. She does do rescues now for dogs.
I do.
She's
that
big
is
on the
true
transport.
Story.
That hashtag true story. We say. We say hashtag true story.
I'm a big dog.
Now I want you to sing this song with me. Okay, we're gonna act like this is carpool karaoke. Have you
Oh
ever
my God!
watched that?
Did you see Gaga's? Like,
Ah!
oh my God!
When she drives the car
when
and
she
I'm
goes,
saying, "Ah."
bitch, get out of the way. Get out of the... At the beginning, I was just like, fucking amazing.
I love her so much. I love that
Brittany's just
show.
so
He's
good.
genius. The Adele one too. Did you see the Adele one?
Brittany's my favorite. She goes, wow.
Okay, so I did not like that one so much, and the Justin Timberlake one was boring until he did the Rubens.
I really liked. Oh, Bieber. It was Bieber.
Yeah. Who did I say? Justin Timberlake. You like Justin Timberlake, but anyway.
I really like Bieber. I have Bieber.
So we're gonna act like this is carpool karaoke for a second, okay? Now I need you to sing these songs for me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna repeat after me, okay? Hillbilly homophobe.
What?
You're gonna repeat after me.
But what are the words though? I didn't.
That's the words. Hillbilly homophobe.
Hillbilly homophobe?
Yeah, but you have to sing it like that, like hillbilly homophobe.
I'm gonna need a moment to pull myself together. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, are you not gonna sing first and then I repeat it?
Hillbilly homophobe.
Hillbilly homophobe.
Redneck gay.
Redneck gay.
He's redneck gay all day.
He's redneck gay all day.
Available on iTunes.
Available on iTunes. Was it good? Wait,
That
whose
was
song
really
is
good.
that?
That's my song.
I mean,
I'm coming out with an album.
Listen,
Seriously, it's
I'm
gonna
a
be called.
participator.
Listen,
you know, I'm not. There's no half-ass in it. Well, except my clothes, they don't match.
You can be a background singer.
Wait, am I hired?
I mean, if we were Destiny's Child, you'd be Michelle.
I'm okay with
I'm the Beyonce.
well, duh. This is totally your gig.
If I was Michael Jackson, you would be one of my fingers.
Oh my God. Moment of
She
silence.
went to the room where Whitney Houston died. I don't even think that's
Do you wanna-
right.
No. But do you know what happened?
They did a prayer outside of the room.
No, listen. What happened is we went there, and it was a month after she died because I was there for Playboy Golf, and it was me and a couple other girls of golf and Frosty Rucker. Do you know who Frosty is? He played for the Bengals. He's really nice, big guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
so we all had a moment
She's
of
to the
silence.
Playboy Mansion all the time and stuff.
Yeah, this is like back in my younger days, like 2 years ago.
She was in Playboy.
I went, no, I was not.
She wishes she was.
No, I wasn't.
If you could be in Playboy, would you be in Playboy?
Totally, duh. Okay.
Okay, every girl's dream is to be in Playboy.
Duh.
What is that about?
I don't know, just being like.
I never thought that. And so many people in my comment section below will say I would never be in Playboy, but I'm telling you, I have
would.
met a lot
I
of
would.
people that wanted to be in Playboy. Now Playboy's changed. It's totally different. It's like,
I know.
but back
Well,
then, the
there's
Anna Nicole Smith, oh,
She's gorgeous. Yeah.
gorgeous. Okay, so anyway, so
Oh, so we went outside the room and we all had to, like, we had a moment of silence and we all said like what our favorite Whitney Houston song was, and then we would sing a lyric. And then I said a prayer about like how she had those amazing hair bows from I Want to Dance with Somebody's video.
I wanna dance.
Do you remember the hair bows? She had the short hair and that
Please,
big old
now I used to
thing.
dance to that in
Do you
the
know what
bar.
I'm saying?
I used to
And
dance to that on the bar.
Listen, that was my moment
Which
of
way?
silence. I was like, to the left.
To the left.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
pass it.
I love Whitney Houston so much. I can't even joke about it. And let me tell you something on drama
Moment
channels.
of silence. Moment of
on
silence.
YouTube.
Wait, oh, moment of
Moment of
silence.
silence.
For Whitney.
I'm every woman.
It's all in me. Anything you want done,
Baby.
I'll do it naturally.
But anyway,
Oh no, you keep going down.
Did
You're
you-
wrong lane, wrong lane.
I'm gonna get that.
It's the next lane.
Did you ever see the interview that she did with Diane Sawyer where
What
she
is Project Pie? Is that dessert?
it's pie pizza. But
okay.
did you ever see the
I got
interview?
distracted.
Here it is. No, that's Applebee's. Did you ever see the interview
going
that she did with Diane Sawyer where they said she said something about the crack dealer and she goes, "Where are the receipts? Let me see the receipts."
No,
Did you ever
she
see that?
didn't!
Yes. Okay. So
No.
listen. So
And her
on
cousin-
drama.
It's right there. It's right
Okay.
there.
Ah. So on drama
Isn't
channels.
her cousin Dionne Warwick?
It's her aunt, I
Her
think,
aunt.
and they
I
smoke
mean,
pot
talk about
together and all
some
kind of stuff. I love Dionne Warwick.
Heck yeah, me too.
Do you know the way to San Jose? I have a lot of friends that come my way. Anyway,
Oh my
I
god,
think that's
can
the
I
last
run
one.
in that store real quick? I need to pick up something.
Girl, you are the shopping queen. But
2
real quick,
minutes.
we need to end this story so we can end the video.
Okay, but I really do need to go in the
Okay.
store.
Okay. But anyway. Calm the fuck down.
Okay.
So on drama and gossip channels, which basically are just trash people that just like talk trash about people on YouTube, what they do is if I was gonna say, oh, I have a text from Melissa, I have the receipts. That's how you prove
That's
it.
what that
And it
means?
all came from Whitney Houston, where she was like Diane Sawyer, and she was like, let me see the receipts.
Shut up, God, I fucking
Poor
love
Whitney Houston. Nobody remembers her for The
Wait, you work
Bodyguard.
there?
Nobody remembers her for The Preacher's Wife. None of that shit. They all remember her from.
Wait, are you gonna make me walk in the rain like that?
No, I'll turn around here. We're going right
I'm just
here.
saying. I mean, my weave.
You can
know,
buy
I gotta-
me some- my weave.
Do you want to come in here? This place is amazing.
Yeah, I always want to buy so many things.
Do you need
though.
products?
Well, what I really want is, do you remember that old like face spray that's Evian?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
have
god, I
that.
want. Do you have it?
The Evian in a bottle.
Yes, I want
I
that. so
have
bad.
it. I'll give you some when we
Okay.
go back to my house.
Okay, well, we're gonna get off here now because we're gonna have dinner and we're gonna shop
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Do you have a shark fin? Do you see it?
They're only open for like 10 more minutes.
Okay.
We gotta go.
I already know what I need.
Bye. So it's the end of the night. Are you getting ready for bed? Probably not. You guys are probably watching this since like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. So happy Saturday. I just got really, really emotional. My mom's birthday was this week, and she would have been, not sure. Because you know, I need a calculator, I'm not good at math. But anyway, and this week, next weekend, my mom's sister and my uncle, it's their 50th wedding anniversary, so we're all going out of town to French Lick, Indiana, which is where the casinos are, and we're staying down there. She got us all rooms and stuff, so I'm real excited that you guys are gonna see all of it. I'll vlog the whole weekend. You guys will love my Aunt Kathy. She's a true class act. And all of my cousin, and I told my cousin, I said, we're gonna do a video, some kind of story time, because she and I have some hilarious stories. But anyway, oh, you guys met Caroline on my Halloween vlog, if you watch my Halloween vlog. If not, go back and watch my Halloween vlog. It's a 2-parter. And her son David will be there, and it'll be real fun. So anyway, But I got like real emotional thinking about my mom, and it's weird because I gave a eulogy at my mom's funeral. So if you don't know, I'm a writer. I wrote a book. It's listed below. And I've always written my entire life. Poems, short stories, novels. I mean, I have so much that I've written. Just a lot of it crap. But anyway. So I felt like my mom loved it. My mom loved all of my writing. And so I thought like the greatest gift that I could give her, I'm going to get real emotional telling this story, was to do a eulogy at her funeral. And so I didn't think I was going to be able to get up there and do it. And what was really interesting was that my mom felt like she was like my mom was very lonely, and she didn't have a lot of friends, and she had like 2 really good friends her whole life, and then my aunt and uncle, and she just wasn't very social. And I literally, the viewing was 4 hours, and I stood in line for 4 hours, and it was just one person after another, I mean, I was overwhelmed. And when we went to the church the next day for the funeral, and it was the church that I grew up in, which is Our Redeemer in the inner city of Indianapolis. My parents they really were very decisive about the church that I grew up in, because they wanted me to go to a church that was very diverse, financially, economically, racially, everything, age-wise. They wanted me to see everything growing up in a church. And that was something that was important to them. My mom actually, when she was growing up, was Episcopalian, and she was very proud to have gone to the church when she was growing up. That was the very first church in Indianapolis that married gay couples. But anyway, and then my dad was Lutheran, and so we went to a Lutheran church. My family wasn't super religious, but we went to church until my mom went her entire life. I went till I was about 15, and then I stopped going, partly because I was just too lazy to get up on Sundays. But anyway. So that we had the funeral at the church that my mom had gone to her whole life. And it's like a 2-story church. And so her church was very, very, the funeral I had, like, people to this day are like, your mom's funeral was just like so spoke of her, like I played like one of her favorite hymns on the way down there, and I think Singing in the Rain, because my mom loved the song Singing in the Rain. She used to dance to it. Dun 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 dun. My aunt and my mom, when they were little kids, would sit outside and they would redo musicals. That was like one of their favorite things. My mom actually, if you're older and you know who Edith Head is, Edith Head was the costume designer for most of the big movies and studios. She did like all the Alfred Hitchcock movies, and my mom's dream in her entire life was to be a costume designer. She actually wanted to be the assistant to Edith Head. That was like her dream her whole life. And so she and my aunt were like, grew up in like movies and loved movies, and my mom loved old time movies. Like all the movies she grew up in, she watched all of her whole entire life. And so like she educated me on all those movies. And so when I was growing up, we would watch like Alfred Hitchcock movies on and on and on. And one of the movies that we watch, I'm gonna get real, I can just feel it in my eyes. Do you ever like when you feel like you're gonna start crying, you can feel it? One of the movies that we watched was The Way We Were, with Robert Redford and Barbra Streisand. It's one of my mom's all-time favorite movies. And so I can remember her bedroom, and like she had this huge king-size bed in the corner, and in the summers, like when I was growing up, it would be like really warm, and my mom hated air conditioning, so she would open all the windows, and our house was set back in the woods, so you could smell the woods like come through the windows and the wind. And I can remember laying so my mom had this chair with like an ottoman over by the bed, and I would fall asleep on my mom's bed on like the edge of the end of the bed with my dog. I had a dog, a wire-haired fox terrier when I was growing up named Benji. Original, right? But anyway, so Benji and I would like cuddle up on the bed and fall asleep like late at night while my mom was there drinking a glass of wine and smoking cigarettes. When you smoked in the bedroom, right? She did. Watching The Way We Were. And I can always like remember like waking up to my mom like crying in those last couple minutes. And I can remember like, that she would always say like as I got older that her and my dad had this like very passionate love affair, and then it just like ended, and they knew that it was just like done. Like it was, but like those early years were very much like The Way We Were. And so the movie for my mom was like, I think it spoke very much of her life. And my mom always found her voice through movies. And she loved my dog Skip. And I can remember like my relationship with dogs in the movie. There's a line where it says, the end when Skip dies, he said, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry, but Skip dies. He's narrating it, and he says, I was an only boy. He was my only dog. And my mom used to, like, love that line. And then, like, movies as she got older, like, really resonated with her, too. And I remember when she saw, well, we went and saw, what's the movie about Tina Brandon? Boys Don't Cry. My mother had to get up in the middle of that movie and leave. She was like, I cannot watch this. She was like, this is so horrible. She was like, that they would do this to somebody. She was like, it is inhumane that they would treat a human being like this. My mother was, like, devastated. And, so I remember, like, later then when Brokeback Mountain came out, and my mom called, I'll never forget, my mom called me the night after she saw Brokeback Mountain, and she said, have you seen this movie? And I hadn't seen it yet. And she was sobbing on the phone. She was, like, sobbing. And she was like, I am forever in love with Ennis. And I didn't understand it at the time. And she's like, Peter, she's like, Brokeback Mountain is, like, the finest love story I have ever seen in my entire life. And, like, she never even talked about it being a gay movie. She would always talk about it being, like, the greatest love story of ever. And I'm just, like, really missing my mom today. I don't know what it is. And so anyway, when I gave her eulogy, I talked in there about The Way We Were and the ending of The Way We Were. If you've not seen The Way We Were, watch it this weekend because it is such a great movie. And what it's about is, it's about this liberal woman, Barbara Streisand, and takes place during McCarthyism and things like that. And she falls in love with Robert Redford, who is like the golden boy, can do no wrong, and like, anyway, they're just very polar opposites, but they fall in love anyway. It's really the story of my mom and dad, because my dad is like a conservative Republican, my mother was a liberal Democrat. I'm somewhere mixed in the middle, I guess. Who knows? I don't know. Like, it's interesting to me, all the issues that I get from both of them. But at the end of the movie, there's a scene, and they've been apart, and she sees him on the street. She's like doing a protest, and she sees him checking into this hotel on the streets in New York City, and he spots her across the street, and he's with his new wife, and so she goes running across the street, and so anyway, they talk for a second. He introduces her to her wife, and then they come back. He comes back across the street to say something to her. She has a daughter from him, and he doesn't see her, and so he's asking about her and all this kind of stuff, and she's telling him about like her new husband, but she invites him to dinner, and he says, I can't come. And she says, I know, because she doesn't, it's over. Like, it's just over, you know? And so at the end of it, her name's Katie, and his name's Hubble in the movie. He says, see ya, Katie. Or no, she says, see you, Hubble, or something like that. And then, like, she goes back to this protest, and he goes, see you, Katie. And that's how it ends. And, like, in my eulogy to my mom, I said, I'll see you, Mom. So tonight, I like stupid ass, I watched the last, I like Google searched on YouTube the ending of that damn movie. You guys are like, this went from you and Melissa laughing your ass off into the car to you bawling your eyes out about your mother. Pull it together. Sometimes you just need to have a really good cry, you know? If I can't cry about it, it didn't mean anything, and I want people to mean things to me in my life. So anyway, so at the end of her eulogy, that's what I said, and I will never forget. I looked up, I hadn't looked out at the audience yet, and it was standing room only on the second floor, and I thought, oh my God, like, if my mom had known this many people in her life loved her and cared about her, she just didn't, you know, she just didn't think anybody cared about her. And I think so many people, including myself, live very lonely lives where we just don't think anybody cares about us. We don't think we mean anything to anybody, you know. And I get these messages on Snapchat that break my heart, you know, from people that say, like, I'm going through a breakup, or I haven't talked to anybody all week, I haven't left my house because I'm sick, and whatever. And it takes 2 seconds for me to send a sentence or a heart emoji or something just to make them feel, and it's so crazy, like, when people Snapchat, like, screenshot it, or they write me back, they're like, oh my God, that means so much to me. And there's this one woman, this is totally, I'm flipping from one subject to the other. There's this one woman on Snapchat, and I would like to say that she and I have become friends through Snapchat, and her name's Lori. So hey, Lori. And she sends me extremely long Snapchats, and she's gonna start a YouTube channel, I think. She's absolutely hilarious, and she doesn't know this about me, and this is one thing I've gotten from my YouTube channel, but as you know, I drive around and don't do shit all night long, so I get very, very lonely, right? Especially when my husband goes to bed or whatever. And I watch her snaps, and she just brightens my day. You know, she just says the funniest things, and she brightens my day. So she knows who she is. I think her son's name is Jake, so I can specify it a little bit more. But anyway, it takes such a little amount. It makes me so sad that my mom had to wait her whole life and then die, not even know that so many people cared about her. I'll never forget when I was walking out of the funeral home after my mom's viewing. This woman, my mom played tennis her whole life. This woman came running in her tennis outfit, and she said, "Are you Peter?" And she said, "You look like your dad." And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "I loved your mom so much." She said she was so funny. She said that I was reading the obituaries tonight after I got done playing my tennis match, and I was just thinking about how I used to play tennis with her back in the day, and I had to tell you how much your mom meant to me. And I thought, why don't we tell people when they're alive, you know, how much they mean to each other? We just don't. We don't tell each other how much we mean to each other, so... If I haven't said this in a while in my video, each and every one of you who watch my videos and leave me comments, and Snapchat me and tweet me and things, you guys are awesome. You make me feel so good about myself, so thank you. Thank you so much.